Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Never seen live trading on a widescreen. Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. The Bitcoin dipped and we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. At Vacation Genie, we believe digital currencies are meant to do more than just sit in your wallet. They're meant to take you places. We want to help you step into the future of cryptocurrency spending, as travel is one of the top categories for spending your crypto. It provides you with the best ROI, lasting memories. Make sure to check out Vacation Genie today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Thursday. I hope everybody is doing well. And boy, oh boy, do we have news for you today. We're going to start off in Australia, then talk about Ripple's new partnership with DBS Bank. And then we also have an XRP ETF in the works. What's the update with that? We also have a Dogecoin ETF supposed to go live today. The SEC also approved another Grayscale ETF related to crypto. So we're going to dive into that, as well as Donnie T now has a golden statue in Washington, D.C. dedicated to Bitcoin. Now we're going to dive into that as well as your coins to watch. So if you're ready for the zest, the news, the education, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on here. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and a subscriber goal of 23,329 more today. That's the hope. And we're gonna get into it today. We do have XRP news, so John White, I will get there, don't worry. Guys, please smash the like, subscribe, and share, and check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show as they say good morning to you guys. And that includes Cake Wallet, Market Cipher, use code ZESTY for 15% off, and then head over to Vacation Genie and pay for your cruise with crypto. Let's do this. All right. I want to say good morning to you guys. Good morning, Gentle, Campbell, good morning. Oh, we're also going to talk about the Fed and David Sachs that got attacked by Liz Warren. So those are also 2 topics I forgot to mention. We'll dive into the Fed in a little bit too. All right, we got All Set, Black Hat, good morning. Doge Bull, Steve, good morning. Oh my gosh, my bots are losing it. Aquarian, Jesse is here, peace, good morning. Doge Bull, good morning, Elric. Let's see. Mama Shadow, Silver, good morning. David Bulls, Bobby F. All Set is here. Good morning. Lasers, nice to see you. Frisky is over on X. Good morning. JC, Gary Dews, good morning. Terry Ortman is here. Peace is also on X with Alex Collingborn. Andy S is here. Roberto, good morning. We got Bulldog Eric, Silver, I said hello to. Sola Hefe, Flex, good morning. Let's see. I think I got everyone. John Legend is like, Randy in the chat. That's so funny. Good morning. Chipper, good morning. Everyone, good morning. All right. Alexandra G, my G, good morning. Gentle. Well, I always wear dresses. He's asking if I ever wear like real outfits, like with pants and stuff. I mean, I could. I just feel like the dresses always give more zest and flair, you know? Hello, G-Rod. Good morning. Hold on. What is this? Very interesting message. I always get the most interesting messages when I'm live. Young influencer roundtable. Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, we just got a zesty message, guys. All right, guys, we have Bitcoin in the green today, so we're gonna dive into that. Who is this? Who is Eric? Eric, good morning. Strange, good morning. Avo, good morning. All right, let's get into the zest. All right. Green market to match my outfit today. I was manifesting this morning. And we have Immutable and Pengu up over 12% a piece. Avalanche about that 12% in the green. We're seeing a lot of green today. I love it. Bitcoin pamping. We're up 0.77%. We're looking at $117,379. Again, where was the peak? Right over our critical level of 117.5. Guys, I'm telling you, $117,500. That's where we need to hold support. And if we could target 120 and hold it, or just blast right through 120, we could see our all-time high revisited. Like literally, okay, hold support 117.5. Bam, right through 120. We test this highest daily candle close of around 123.4. And then if we could get past this right here, then we could test new highs. And that would be the ideal hope. I know that was a lot of drawing going on there. But yeah, that's the T for you. That's the T. Yeah, 117.5 is macro. And even if you look at other time frames, it always leads back, or almost always leads back to this 117.5. Again, our current all-time high, I wrote down up here so we remember, which is 124,533. We're really not that far off. Again, if we go ahead and do our little ruler here, we're only about 6%, not even, 6% away from all-time high. So keep calm, hodl on. Bearish level to watch, we're going to look at 112. And over here, looking at market Cipher, we do have some Christmas tree action, red, green finally, and it was freshly printed. So let's see if this confirm and plays out. Also, yesterday we were looking, is the VWAP going to stay bullish? Are we going to see that green money flow? Yes and yes today. So I love that this played out. Love that. Over here, as you can see, nice uptrend going on here with the RSI. So we are very bullish here. We're not even close to overbought, which again leads me to believe that we have a lot of room to run to the upside. So 120 is our next stop, guys. I want to see that 120 hold support above 117.5. Most important thing we could see, in my little humble opinion, being here for over 5 years creating content, you know. Flat Smack, good morning. Dave P, Auto, Cough Cough, Boston is here. Anthony S, Julie, my girl Julie. We love Julie, guys. Please go and follow Julie. We're going to shout her out because we love her. She's a mom that loves her kids, and she creates good content because, you know, she's a woman that's smart and things. So please go and follow Julie. We love her. Okay, link is in the live chat. And Julie could always promote herself as well. So, all right, let's continue to go on here. We have our breaking news headlines. First, we'll discuss Jerome Powell because that's what's on everyone's mind. And then we'll go into our international headlines and go back to the US after that. So if you're ready, smash the like, subscribe, share, become a member of the channel so you have cool emojis. And if you have your cool emojis right now, put a Donnie T emoji. That's what I'm asking for. Breaking news headlines start now. Fed meeting yesterday. FOMCs. What happened, Jerome Powell? Too slow, too sleepy. Well, in a widely expected move on Wednesday, the Fed cut its benchmark Fed funds interest rate range by 25 basis points to about 4.25%, the lowest since December 2022, and what Jerome Powell called a risk management cut. So he's not necessarily saying, oh, it's because I got pressured by Don T that I decided to cut rates. No, he's like, this is just risk management, guys. So Jerome Powell tried to like play it off that it wasn't a big deal. He's just doing his job. But realistically, everything he does is politically motivated. And it just still boggles my mind that the market and the people listen to another group of, a small group of people that determine our money, our economy, essentially. Like, why do we rely on this group right here? That, to me, I just still can't understand, especially because, like, the Federal Reserve is not federal. We're going to go to Australia and leave the US before I get too heated over the political landscape. Australia's financial watchdog looking to roar and maybe roof roof with stablecoins. LOL. Okay, we're gonna pretend that one didn't happen. Australia's Securities and Investment Commission, ASIC, said it plans to exempt stablecoin intermediaries from the requirement to hold a financial services license, which is pretty interesting of Australia to do. Now, they say they granted class relief for parties engaging in the distribution of stablecoin from an existing licensed issuer in an announcement on Tuesday. So basically, they said you don't have to double up, but you still have to go ahead and, obviously register. The exemption means the intermediaries do not require a separate AFS, Australian Market or Clearing and Settlement Facility license when providing services related to stablecoins issued by an existing AFS license. And so we see that they have also looked to wholesale CBDCs. Australia, the Reserve Bank of Australia, so their central bank, is working closely with MasterCard. They have for years now, and they care about CBDCs more than you think. So again, they're like, oh, stablecoin this, stablecoin that. No, guys, they're always bullish on the end goal, and you have to think a few steps ahead of these people because they're already planning it. It's already done. All these CBDCs, you think they're not already done? You think they're not ready to roll out? Don't be naive. And so Australia is just prepping you. They're prepping you. And that's pretty much it. Just like maybe DBS is doing with Ripple. We know Ripple's end goal is CBDCs as well. Hello, my friend. Am I real? Yes, I'm real. I'm here. I'm talking to you. Oh my gosh, who's this? Wendy. Oh, Wendy liked my hair on my thumbnail. Thank you. Thank you, Wendy. We love Mama Wendy. Hold on. We're going to pivot for a second because we love Wendy. Wendy's our mom. And so if you don't follow her, you absolutely should. Why is this coming up? Okay. Well, everyone, if you haven't already, Wendy has my back big time, and I appreciate her more than she understands. So everyone go sub to Wendy if you haven't. And if you haven't, where have you been? Going back into Ripple. Ripple's end goal, we know, is CBDCs. They love that. But we also know that they like all their banking partnerships. And so Ripple, Franklin Templeton, and DBS are coming together, and this is for token lending. This is also very interesting because it's almost as if Ripple is slightly, one way or another, competing with World Liberty Financial, where their whole thing was borrowing and lending. Taking a gander at this, DBS, Franklin Templeton, and Ripple have signed a memorandum of understanding, an MOU, to collaborate on offering trading and lending solutions that leverage tokenized money market funds on XRPL and Ripple's stablecoin RLUSD. Now, this will see Franklin Templeton tokenize its money market fund, Franklin on-chain US dollar short-term money market fund on XRPL, and at the same time, DBS Digital Exchange, so DDEX, will list Benji, which is the money market fund token alongside RLUSD, enabling their clients to rebalance their portfolios between stablecoins and a high yield or yield generating money market fund. And so we see here that they have said that there's a lot of industry first coming on, and the link up between Ripple, DBS, and Franklin Templeton to enable repo traders for a tokenized money market fund with a regulated, stable, and liquid mode of exchange such as RLUSD is truly a game changer. Now, again, what you could also get out of this whole thing is that Ripple is really trying to push RLUSD. They want to build liquidity there. And so all these banking partnerships that everyone's been talking about for years with Ripple is sort of coming to light now. But I think a lot of people, what they don't understand is what goes on with Ripple is mostly behind the scenes stuff, and not all of it is flashy and showy either. But it's just very interesting what's happening here nonetheless. So do you guys use RLUSD? Let me know. Put a 1 or a yes emoji, 2 or no emoji. Do you use RLUSD? And if you're bullish on XRP, drop the XRP emoji in chat. We're going to skew on over to the XRP ETF news. We do have that XRP ETF coming out actually today, which I thought it was going to be tomorrow, but they're launching it today and listing the XRP futures October 13th. So those are the two things you have to keep in mind. Also, we're going to get to the Dogecoin ETF next. I know you guys are going to ask about that. Hold on. So, X that out. On September 18th, September 18th, Rex Shares and Osprey Funds will debut their first U.S.-listed ETFs tied to XRP and Doge on the Cboe BZX exchange under the tickers XRPR and DOJE. Now, these are not entirely pure spot funds. According to James Cipher on X, he said the funds aren't pure spot products, but instead, they're structured to hold XRP and Doge directly while also investing in other spot ETFs from outside the US to achieve that exposure. So their filings include language that would allow the use of derivatives for exposure if needed, though Sachs emphasized that this is not the primary approach. So this reflects the realities of building ETFs, though, because we do see that people are looking in different directions to make it worth it for the investors. And then also the CME group, just again, that date to keep in mind, they plan to deepen their crypto derivatives lineup by listing options on XRP and Solana futures. And that is targeted for October 13th, pending that regulatory review. Looking at XRP price today. So XRP and Doge are the two ETFs to watch. Over here, we do have that $3 mark that we want to hold support at. It seems like that was like a nice pivot point. We're on day 3 of green here for XRP. We're at $3.12 at the moment, up 1.3%. Again, holding that support at $3 is your bearish scenario. Bullish is really getting past this point here that we're at this moment, which is 312, because even back here, you could see that's a problem. And then right here, 339, 340, that is your bullish scenario. It is your previous all-time high that we made in January that we revisited and passed in July. So this was a nice retrace for XRP. You want to hold that $3, aim for 340. Green dot has been printing on market Cipher, moving that on up. VWAP is pumping, which is good, probably because of this ETF news. Surprisingly, though, we are seeing that red money flow, which is pretty surprising that it's still red, being that we do have the ETF hype. But could this be a buy the rumor, sell the news type thing? I'm not sure if you think it is. Is this a buy the rumor, sell the news? 1 or yes emoji, 2 or no emoji, let me know. Also, smash the like pretty please if you're here and you haven't hit the like yet. It would help majorly if you did. Now, the Dogecoin ETF, again, that's DOJE is the ticker. People are very bullish on that. Rex Shares has a post on X that you guys can look at, talking about the XRP ETF, the Doge ETF, saying that the first U.S.-listed ETFs offering spot exposure to XRP and Doge go live, and they're very proud. They're very, very proud. So keep calm, huddle on, guys. This is going to probably blow up people's minds today. Now, Dogecoin is also in the red, which, surprising. But we are at 28 cents. I think there was a lot of like buying the rumor going on here. Like a lot of people were getting hyped up. What we were looking at to hold support, which turned out really well, as you can see with these wick lows, 23.5 cents just about. Now, bullishly, we're looking at this 30 cents. 30 cents is majorly psychological. We had a wick high the other day of around almost that 30.5 cents. So that's really what we're looking for. Those are your two levels to watch. I feel like 30 cents is a psychological level as well. Looking over here, we have yet to see a green dot printed. Last time we saw a green dot printed was all the way back here in September. We had a red dot printed recently. Obviously, beginning of September, we had that green dot the first few days. Then 3 days ago, we had this red dot printed, pulling it down on that momentum. Now, the VWAP, though, looks like it's making a resurgence. I do like to see that. That's actually a pretty bullish signal. If that crosses over and goes bullish, I would love to see where that takes Doge. Maybe it carries it to the 30 cents. Now, we do have the green money flow that is slightly down today, and the RSI is ticking down as well. So I feel like the Doge hype, I don't know where it is. I'm very surprised. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm very, very surprised at where Doge is at right now. I just think the whole market is severely undervalued, guys. I'll be honest with you, severely undervalued. Driftman, good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome. David B is here. Fitz is here. Wick. Mark Smithson, good morning. Samuel Friday is over on X, good morning. Thank you guys so much for being here. Bobby Flesh, good morning. Everyone, good morning. Please smash the like, subscribe, and share. Please help your girl out, support the channel. Let's talk about more ETF news with the SEC approving a Grayscale ETF. This is a large cap fund. This is very, very interesting. Keep note of this one. Now, the SEC approved a set of rule changes, or set of rules for exchanges to list ETPs holding spot commodities, including crypto, without the agency's individual review each time. Now, this will enable exchanges to proceed with the listing of proposed ETFs by sidestepping that 19B rule. So there were two forms that you had to fill out to get an ETF out there. One of them was the 19B4. That takes almost a year, 240 days, which is ridiculous. ETF issuers will approach exchanges like NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange, SIBO, with a product idea and desire to list their ETF. If the strategy of the issuers meets the generic listing standard, then they could proceed with listing the ETF. Paul Atkins said this was aimed at reducing barriers accessing digital asset products in regulated U.S. marketplaces. He said, by approving these generic listing standards, we're ensuring that our capital markets remain the best place in the world to engage in the cutting-edge innovation of digital assets. And so they did sign off on the Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund, which tracks the CoinDesk 5 index, including Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Big news for the altcoins. Everyone, the altcoin ETFs, they're never going to get approved. They're all securities, quote the Bitcoin maxis. Bitcoin maxis got proven so wrong. I actually feel bad for Bitcoin maxis. Like, I can't believe Bitcoin maxis still exist in this day and age. Oh, every altcoin, I was going to say a bad word. Every altcoin is horrible, except when I trade it and I make money, roll it back into Bitcoin. Then that makes me a good person. I think that's hilarious. But this is great. And just moving forward, of course, people aren't happy with ETFs. I don't really engage too much in the ETF space. However, this is a permissionless space. We can't give permission to other people to take part in it and offer investors in TradFi a way to get exposure to digital assets. Even though if I want exposure to digital assets, I go to a digital asset exchange and I press the buy button and I enter the amount and I press click, receive, and then, oh, look, my balance. And then, oh, even better, I don't even own it yet. So I got to send it to my wallet and then I'm being my own bank, which means I actually have my crypto and I'm properly exposed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Am I going to cover Pengu? I mean, if you want to request it for a chart, we could. Also, we are streaming on Abstract. So if you're a fan of Pengu and Abstract, go check us out on Abstract. We're streaming there right now. We're live on like 30,000 different platforms at the moment. All right, let's get after it. The right coin LTC. Yes, Litecoin is the right coin. All right. There's a Maddie in the chat. Nice to see you. Welcome. Chippers here. Double O. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. May I please play this sound for you?
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
Digital assets in the United States has been a battle, especially when you have people like Liz Warren that talked to Gary Gensler and together they were calling us
hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
It's like, I feel like I'm getting like 2021 to 2024 PTSD. Gary, stay quiet. I can't hear his voice. But his bestie, Liz Warren, is another voice I can't stand to hear. Put fire emoji, Liz Warren emojis in the chat right now because this woman is so corrupt, yet nobody calls her out. Yet she calls out everybody else, like David Sachs saying he basically overstayed his welcome as our crypto and AI czar. Now, a spokesperson for David Sachs refuted the idea he may have breached his 130-day limit as a special government employee following scrutiny from several lawmakers. A spokesperson for him told CNBC on Wednesday he carefully manages his SGE days to ensure he stays under the limit and those days don't have to be in a row. It comes after Liz Warren and other lawmakers questioned whether he exceeded his number of days under a short-term federal appointment. The lawmakers wrote a letter. Like, Liz Warren is infamous for her letters. We are investigating whether you may have exceeded the time limit for serving in your temporary role as the White House's special advisor for AI and crypto. I literally, it was signed by Warren and 4 other senators. Now, this, as of Wednesday, there were 167 weekdays, excluding U.S. public holidays, that have elapsed since the inauguration. And so to remain in the 130-day limit, Sachs would have needed to take at least 37 days off during the period. And so to have a 130-day limit to prevent conflict of interest, they often keep their private sector jobs while temporarily serving the government, which is interesting too, because if he only had a 130-day contract, right, he sold a lot of his stuff, like a lot of his investments, to do this job. And so I think it's actually pretty interesting that he had to sell off his stuff to make it more fair. Yet after 130 days, he's going to have to like go back to regular life, and he's not allowed to keep his investments. I think that's kind of sus rules going on right there. But also Liz Warren is just nitpicking. And this is just, again, this letter, her and 4 other senators, these are 5 government officials that our taxpayer money is going to, where they're wasting people. Literally, that whole letter, the air I just breathed in to talk about that topic was a waste of money and time. Like, Liz Warren doing all this stuff that makes absolutely no sense just to create a headline of some sort and make herself relevant is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That was a waste of time and money that us, the people, are giving to them. That is ridiculous. JC, I can't. You guys are too funny, dude. I cannot with these comments, dude. This is crazy. You guys are hilarious. Please put rocket emojis if you're bullish, though. We do have MoneyGram, and this is something I wanted to chat about before we get into our spotlight. We have MoneyGram that says now they're going to make stablecoins the backbone of their business. Again, really funny, because all these third parties for money transfers, especially internationally, they're, for lack of better words, they're not relevant anymore. Why do I need to use MoneyGram to send money internationally when I can literally go on a crypto exchange, buy USDC or Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, put it in my wallet and send it to whoever I want with basically no fees depending on the currency? Censorship resistant transactions. Why do I need MoneyGram? Why Western Union? Questions. But this is what they're saying. So MoneyGram, again, the ubiquitous send and receive cash network for retail, has made a US dollar pegged stablecoins and blockchain settlement rails the digital backbone of their revamped mobile app. Now, customers in the Latin American country of Colombia, where MoneyGram has an extensive retail network of over 6,000 locations, will be the first to use the new app to receive and store stablecoin payments, with plans to expand additional markets in the future. They say that Colombia is the ideal market because of its major inbound remittance corridor. Families receive more than 22 times the money they send abroad, where the Colombian peso lost over 40% of its value over the past 4 years. Now, that paragraph says so much. Now, first, that there's a lot of inbound money going into Colombia because, again, we see that all the time in America. People come to America, they work, they send money back home. And so why would they use MoneyGram? Tell me why they would use MoneyGram to do that and use an intermediary when all these people, if they're using an app to send and receive payments, no actual, they could download a crypto wallet and send and receive payments directly through there. What's the point then of these third parties? They're irrelevant, guys. They're irrelevant. And then again, also the other point, that the Colombian peso lost over 40% of its value over what? 4 years. 4 years. This is why Liz Warren and all these tyrants in the United States are actually fools, because of what they do to stop stablecoins and stop crypto adoption. Guys, I mean, and I'm speaking to like the government or whatever, whoever is giving their opinions in a negative way when it comes to crypto, is that if you allow stablecoins, it helps the United States because these issuers are investing in bonds and things of that nature. Look at Tether. I mean, their treasury assets are ridiculous. So from the business side, the United States benefits from it. But also the dollar, which we know Donnie T and all these people, the insider trade, love their dollars, right? So why don't they promote stable coins, which bolster innovation and adoption of the dollar? Internationally, all these countries, BRICS, they have a whole movement. Google it. It's called de-dollarization. All these countries don't want to touch the dollar anymore. But there are people like the retail, the everyday folk in Colombia that need to have the dollar because compared to their currency, it's holding its value quite nicely. So they need to promote stable coins so someone could go on their phone, go acquire a stable coin, give liquidity to it, but also have access to the United States currency. That is the best part of it. The United States wins over and over and over again if they just do things right. Even promoting Bitcoin in the United States, you know how much that's going to help the world? Promoting self-custody, which Liz Warren comes after, yet this administration promotes. Like, this is what we need. Tell people around the world, yeah, your safe haven is the dollar and Bitcoin. You know how many people are going to be so grateful for the United States after that? Like, national currencies could end up being something like Tether, USDC. A lot of these countries do transact in dollars anyway because their currency is worth nothing. Like, the amount of math that doesn't math in these people's heads. I just don't get it. But it's clear to me. It's clear to me that people need a safe haven. They need accessibility to that money, which is stable coins and Bitcoin, darn it. So MoneyGram was basically irrelevant in this whole thing. But we know where this is going. We know where it's going. So clear to me. It's so clear to me. Ridiculous. Guys, please smash the like, subscribe, and share. I don't know if we have 100 likes yet, but mods, how many likes do we have? You know what? I'll just do the work. Let me take a gander. We're at 82 likes, guys. Can we have 18 more likes as we jump into our spotlight today, which is the golden statue that took over Washington, D.C. yesterday. Let's do it. Yesterday, I thought this was AI. I was like, no way. No way, it's real. No, bros. This is a 12-foot golden statue of our president holding a Bitcoin in our nation's capital of Washington, D.C. This is absolutely ridiculous. I just got the most major kick out of it. So I saw it when the news just broke, and I just started seeing pictures. I was like, hold on. Let me do some Googling. The Street posted about it, but also I'm seeing a lot of local networks that were posting about it, people taking pictures. Then I saw more of an explanation this morning as to what happened here, and it was actually the meme coin bros that promoted Bitcoin, which is pretty interesting to me again. The whole movement here. Now, meme coiners plonked a giant golden statue of Donnie T holding a Bitcoin outside the Capitol as part of a Pump.Fun live stream stunt on Wednesday. And the statue was placed just opposite of Union Square in DC on the National Mall that leads up to Capitol Hill, which is a rough mile from the White House. And this was said to be a tribute to Trump's unwavering commitment to advancing the future of finance through Bitcoin and decentralized tech. So this is just ridiculous. Now, one of the organizers told ABC 7 News DC that it was designed to ignite conversation about the future of government-issued currency and is a symbol of the intersection between modern politics and financial innovation. This is what I'm freaking talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the future is up to us now. Donnie T getting into office was like a big thing for us. Because I think if Kamama won, I don't know how you guys would feel. Do you think we would have had this good of a year for Bitcoin and crypto? 1 yes emoji, 2 no emoji. I just don't think the morality would have been there. I don't think the whole like, you know, zest of life would have been here this year if Kamama won. And so she would have kept coming after crypto. Gary Gensler would still be where he's at. All these evil people from the FDIC and the Fed, a bunch of people, even the CFTC, there were some bad actors that stepped down and moved away because they were like, listen, I can't be part of this because I'm going to get clipped by Donnie T and his administration. So we cleared out a lot of bad actors in the past year. Like I actually feel the weight off my chest knowing that we don't have to deal with as many of these straight up evil individuals. We still have a few left, like Liz Warren, but you know what? We'll digress on her for now. Hopefully, Donnie T investigates her and Nancy P. And we'll see where that goes. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. But that's the T on the golden statue. So it is real. It is there. And I just think that was the funniest thing ever. Now we're also going to look. I just think it's wild too, because I was like talking with some neighbors yesterday, and I showed them the pic, and I was like, guys, do you? I was like, look at this. They were like, is this real? I was like, yeah. They're like, wow, this is crazy. We need to learn more about crypto. I'm like, yo, no sheesh, bro. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna get into our coins to watch. Let's do it. Leading our gainers today is Pengu, up 16.9%. Pengu's doing good. SPX up 12.5%. Avalanche up 10%. Lido up 11.5%. Virtual up 11.4%. Bearish level to watch is, or the bearish coins to watch. Leading the way there is MYX down 6.3%. Zcash down 1.3%. And then we have gold tied stablecoins, which I don't think count. Monero is down 0.22%. Qcoin down 0.25%. So basically, most of the market's in the green today, which is beautiful. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. How many subscribers we got? 23,313. Guys, let's pimp it. Let's subscribe. Smash the like, subscribe, and share. Let's do it. Also, let's take a look at Ethereum this morning. Ethereum is $4,625. We're up 0.7%. We have $4,200 ETH. That is our bearish level to watch, but we're holding really well here. Like, I almost want to say this looks like a cup and handle. Like, I know it's not, and I'm reaching, but how lit would it be if we actually just that played out? We're going to manifest it. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're manifesting $5,000 ETH. And if you agree, if you want to see $5,000 ETH, put your ETH emojis with your rocket emojis in the chat, please. Absolutely beautiful. Those are your levels to watch, though, for ETH. We want 4,800. Ideally, that $5,000 ETH. Green dot has been freshly printed. Let's see if it locks in and pumps that momentum. But we are on the upside with that. And the VWAP is now bullish over that zero line. Money flow looks pretty good. We're looking pretty good here. And the RSI, looking at that, bullish, moving on up. So I think ETH is in a great spot. Keep calm, hodl on. Litecoin is still battling that 115. Michael Cartwright, thank you. Thank you for the 10 memberships. I appreciate you. Please make sure you're accepting that gift, guys. Add some emojis in the chat. We want to hold that 115 bullishly. We're looking at 142. And then we have Litecoin around 0.5% in the red today, though green dot has been freshly printed, moving up that momentum. VWAP is pumping. Money flow is a little bit slow, but it seems like this is the general kind of vibe for all the major cryptocurrencies today. RSI is pulling back, but we are still bullish, guys. So we have a ton of bullish signals on the line. Let's see where it takes us, though. I am so bullish. It's ridiculous. Draw the heart. We're going to draw the heart. You know what? We're going to draw the heart right here, 00. So that way we could hold support above that 116 or 115. When Litecoin ETF, probably, I think October. Is it October or November for the approval? Also, Crypto Princess is live after us. Hold on. Litecoin ETF deadline. Let's see when that is. Okay. Spot ETS. I want to say it's October. That's what my heart is saying. Let's see. Litecoin ETF, trade on the NASDAQ, LTCC, yeah. Okay, so it doesn't say when it would be approved. It says early October. The decision in early October could signal the beginning of a broader crypto adoption in TradFi. Yeah, so early October at some point. I don't see a date there. So I feel like I saw October 12th somewhere, Andy. I think I saw that. But definitely early October from what this says. So I'm bullish on that. I'm bullish. I think Litecoin should have literally been the second right after Bitcoin with the ETF approvals. Like, there's no reason Litecoin should have taken this long. But I do think that, you know what, it's all going to kind of flurry all together. We're seeing the XRP, Doge right now. We're probably going to see the Trump meme coin ETF come back. And everyone's going to like be pumping and trying to buy Trump coin. And it's probably going to be craziness going into the end of the year. But I am very bullish on it nonetheless. So if you guys are bullish, I would love to see you guys smash the like and maybe put like a rocket emoji. But I am very bullish on the entire space and the market going into the next few months. So we're going to keep obviously note of these ETFs, their approvals, and everything like that. My thoughts on Dogecoin. I don't think I've heard of Dogecoin, my friend. October 3rd. That's possible. I feel like I've seen like something like the 12th. The club is loading their bags. Listen, man, I think we're extremely early when it comes to crypto. So I feel like this whole market is severely undervalued. Like Bitcoin only being $117,000, like severely undervalued. Litecoin being $116, period, undervalued. ETH only 46, undervalued. Doge is everything in this market is undervalued. And I said it on Newsmax 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to stand by it again, that crypto will absorb the world's wealth because TradFi knows the next step is tokenization. They cannot avoid it, and they frankly are giving into it now. Stocks are going to be tokenized 24/7, 365. And we're going to enable self-custody. So I'm very bullish on crypto because it's going to give us a brighter and healthier future for everyone to have a shot at making it in this world when it comes to investing. Whether if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're young, if you're old, if you're, I don't know, wherever you are in this world, your socioeconomic status, your race, your religion, it doesn't matter. Everyone should have that shot to win at life. And so I really do hope that we start opening those doors and we keep these conversations going when it relates to freedom and equality. Because when it comes down to trading and what we've seen, not all men or women as well are created equal, because there are people that are at the top that regulate these stocks that get to go trade them behind the scenes and know what's going to happen. So they make moves depending on that. And you know what? That's not fair. And that's why we need to democratize this. We need to ban all these people in government from trading these stocks against us, because the whole market is rigged. The whole TradFi market is rigged. And it's time that we fix the system, we renew it, and we bring hope back. That is what I want to do. Bring hope back to finance and bring everyone to that financial freedom. So I am very bullish. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And if you have not yet, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on. We're going to continue getting after it. Right after this stream ends, stay here, hang out. Crypto Princess is going live. Go support her. She's a woman in crypto that deserves love. So go give her some love. Smash a like on her video, say hello in the chat, drop some zest, and do what you need to do. But overall, have an amazing day, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Please smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends. Please support this channel by becoming a member. Subscribe monthly, you'll get your stickers. You'll also get, sticker/emojis. And then you can also get access to our Discord after shows that we do for members only on Wednesdays and Fridays. So tomorrow we will have our members after show. Don't miss it. So if you're on TikTok, go to YouTube, become a member, connect your YouTube account to Discord, and get after it with us. Have a beautiful day. Happy Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow for Friday. And if we hit 150 likes, remember, I'm gonna give away $50 of Bitcoin tomorrow. So if we hit 150 likes, hold me to it. $50 of Bitcoin and a rave. So don't miss out. Also, when you see a video that I post, a short video, please smash the likes on those because those are really helping our channel right now grow. So get after it, smash the like on every video, comment, support other people in crypto, do good today, smile at someone, help someone, make someone's day. And I will see you guys laters. Bye. Mwah. Peace.